My name is Natasha Clark Grant. I teach at Hollis Innovation Academy. I'm a second grade teacher. Well, what I love this summer is that I had an opportunity. I wasn't tied to one room. And a lot of times as teachers, we only know what's going on in our classrooms, in our environment. And in this environment here, Dr. Robbie gave me the opportunity to go into everybody's room and see what everybody is doing. And sometimes you don't realize how you could learn from other people. So sometimes I think it's important to have that opportunity to be able to see what other people are doing well, because you can always learn from what they're doing and help make you better, because you can only grow as far as you can see. So if you are exposed, and a lot of times that's something that's missing with teachers. So that for me was aha, because it was like, wow, I got the opportunity to see what somebody else is doing. And normally I wouldn't have this opportunity. I'd be limited to my room.
My name is Honori Zhang. I teach at Rex Mill Middle School. Currently, I am teaching 6th grade Earth Science.
Hi, I'm Erin Kruger, Director of School and Family Programs here at Zoo Atlanta. I'm in charge of all of the school groups and family programs that happen here at the zoo. It's been amazing having a classroom teacher who's currently in the classroom looking at our resources from all sorts of different angles. She's really integrating topics and looking at things in a unique perspective that we had never thought about before. So we're super excited about the innovativeness that she's bringing to all of our STEM-based self-guided field trip curriculum.
I'm actually currently working on the 6th grade curriculum, and that aligns with the new science standards this coming fall. And it's a way for teachers to kind of feel like they have a support. And that curriculum is going to be laid out for them where the kids have a reason to come here. They have a pre-visit assignment, during visit, and an after visit. And hopefully it'll inspire them to understand why the zoo does what they do.
As the leading corporate supporter of teachers across the country, Voya Financial is so pleased to support the work of GIFT and Georgia Tech, and to specifically congratulate the Atlanta Zoo and Ms. Harnry Sang for their STEM collaboration this summer. We are so honored to have been able to provide opportunities like this to Ms. Sang and her fellow teachers over the years, so that we all can continue to ensure that today's scholars are well equipped to become tomorrow's engineers, scientists, doctors, or even educators.
My name is Andrew Patterson. I'm a Regents Professor as part of the University System of Georgia, located at the University of Georgia. I'm also the head of what's called the Plant Genome Mapping Laboratory, which is a unit that has a relatively wide range of activities, interacting at one end of the spectrum with applied agricultural scientists to help them to develop diagnostic tools at the DNA level to solve problems that affect agriculture. And at the other end of the spectrum, investigating the evolutionary history of crop plants and their wild relatives, reaching back 150 million years to the origins of plants.
My name is Jackie Elder, and I teach at Cedar Shoals High School in Athens, Georgia. I teach zoology and physics, which is an interesting combination. I'm very pleased to be in the GIFT program. I'm learning a great deal about plants and insects. So it's kind of like a combination of something that we know quite a bit about, which is the insect population. We study that a lot at our school, but integrating that with the plants will make things very interesting. I think the GIFT program is going to do a great deal for my teaching in the classroom. I love that they encourage us to create lessons that will be activity-based. It would be great for students to manipulate the insects and see how insects interact with plants. To look at ecological relationships, to understand that the insect is not an organism on its own. It does interact with other organisms on the planet. I like that the GIFT program provides us with teaching experience. They encourage differentiated instruction. They encourage higher order thinking. So the way that the research is designed here really informs me in terms of what I should be teaching or focusing on with my students.
So I've been involved with the GIFT program for at least a decade, and I had quite a number of GIFT scholars, so which has been a real pleasure. I've learned over the years that even if I have a preconception about what might be ideal for the GIFT scholar, that they often discover something even better. So my general strategy in interacting with them has been to just mix them with the remainder of my lab, which right now is about 20 people, and just have them participate in what happens to be going on at the moment. So last week they went out and helped us plant. Sometimes they've been going out and helping us weed. Other times they're helping with DNA extractions or work around the lab. And as they interact with the lab members, the students, the postdocs, the technicians, they gradually self-discover some particular activity in the lab that's conducive to their development of teaching programs that are suitable in their classrooms.
My name is Libby Myers. I teach at Winderbarrow High School. I teach usually the older ones, 11th and 12th grade. I teach zoology, environmental science, and AP environmental science. Well, I've taught for 10 years. I've taught biology, and we teach genetics, individual genes. What I didn't realize, because I haven't been in the lab in a while, is that we've sort of moved past just genes into the whole genome. We're looking at how genes interact with each other. And so when you're sort of isolated in a classroom, you don't necessarily know what's happening in the real world of science. So it's nice to be back out and see, I mean, they're making leaps and bounds with what we know about genetics. And I can take that back and sort of use my excitement to show the kids, like, this is a fluid field that's evolving while you're in my classroom. So I'm excited about that.
I'm Brad Jones. I teach at Effingham College and Career Academy in Rankin, Georgia. I teach automotives, and my classes are 9 through 12. My school is always asking for real-world tie-ins, and the GIFT program is looking for real-world tie-ins. So I think this is just a no-brainer. I mean, how much more real-world does it get than a power plant that when you flip your lights at home, the light comes on? Not only are they producing that energy for you, but they're using components that you're using to travel with on a regular basis. They're just using them just a little bit differently, and they're a lot bigger.
Hi, I'm Johnny Fields. I work at Plant Macintosh as an engineer. So we, first of all, wanted to get them introduced to the system and or the plant and the systems associated with the plant and how they interact, and give a high-level view of how the components work and the different components work. So he did that. And then I broke down one system, the ammonia, since he was interested in it. It's similar to what he works with on diesel engines and how it controls emissions. I wanted to make sure he saw how it worked in the big plant. So we took a PNID, a plant instrument detail, and basically took that and let him go through the components on it, and then physically put his hands on it in the field to see how it related to something on paper. I think the interaction that we have with teachers is a thing that is enlightening and has helped me understand, ask them, what do you need that you can take back to the class that can help them understand the importance of what they're learning, and how does it relate? And that's the thing that I want to make sure when I work with Brad is what are those things you need to have that you can use in the class? And we hit right off at the beginning on the ammonia system and how it related to his diesel.
I'm Kirsten Wickelgren, and I'm a professor in the School of Mathematics since 2013.
My name is Latricia Gladden, and I teach at Westlake High School, and I teach primarily 11th and 12th grade. Well, we are trying to solve for the time that the sun rises and sets at a given location on the planet, and we're focusing on Atlanta. Working with Kirsten has been a wonderful experience. She has definitely shown us or shown me how a really challenging application, real world problem can be broken down into small digestible pieces for the students, something that may have thought was unapproachable. So in my classroom experience, I definitely plan on bringing in more rich problems that actually may be solved over time, whereas my lessons, my daily lessons, can build upon the skills that they will need to be able to solve a more challenging problem.
It's like making an overarching plot to a lot of very important mathematical concepts. So it's a fun way to do a whole bunch of mathematical concepts at once, but then get at the end a problem that folks have been interested in for, I mean, it's ancient. This problem is probably as old as humankind. I'm sure that we've been wanting to know what time the sun rises and sets all over the world for who knows how many years.
I'm Alicia Scott from Creekside High School, and I currently teach 9th grade algebra geometry, 10th grade geometry algebra 2, and then I'm going to take on algebra AP stats for seniors this year. I get an opportunity to work with a professor on campus, and then I get ideas that I can bring back to my classroom that will help students who have those questions. And then the students get an idea about what college life is about, and then they kind of say, oh, I can see how what I do now, I might need to change some of my habits, and it's helping me to be able to change how I think about how I teach to my students. So me explaining it to other teachers to say, you know, this is the impact that this can make on your career and help you on a different path when you're teaching students. Because a lot of times we just teach, but we really sometimes can't explain to the students when they're going to use this and how they're going to use this, and how leaving secondary education can impact them when they go to college.
I'm Ashana Pearson. I'm from Creekside High School, and I'm a rising 11th grader. When we had to find sine and cosine is equal to alpha plus beta, and that was my aha moment, because we had to find the formula. You know, in high school, we never have to create the formula. They just usually give it to us on a formula sheet. So it just really helped me, and Kirsten walking us through it, it just really helped me to see math from a different perspective. Like, I didn't know that we could prove or actually come up with, you know, formulas. I've never been exposed to that. That was my aha moment.
I am Charmaine Smith, 4th grade teacher at Hollis Innovation Academy. So the hummingbird robot is one that the STEM lab teacher used with the 4th graders last year, but I want to use it in the classroom as well. This summer with the GIFT program, I have been tasked with becoming familiar with the hummingbird robot. At Hollis Innovation Academy, our focus is STEM. So last year, the students went to the STEM lab to work with the STEM teachers there. And so all of their STEM projects were basically done in the lab. This coming school year, we are trying to bring STEM into the classroom more. So I am one of the teachers that will be working closely with the STEM lab teacher to bring STEM into the classroom.
4th grade was new for me. Teaching the different content, like especially with the science, I wanted to deepen my knowledge of like ecosystems and understanding of just life cycle and just different things in general. So I just wanted to deepen my content knowledge and be able to bring that back to my students so that when I'm explaining a topic, I could give better examples, I could talk about my experiences, you know, so I really just wanted to become overall like a better teacher, and I think that's what the GIFT program can do for you.
My name is Heidi Turcott, and I am the manager of teaching and learning here at Georgia Aquarium. You know, we're always looking for ways to incorporate all the different departments here at the aquarium, because sometimes we all get in our little bubbles, and I'm always looking for ways to engage the different departments in with the education department, because I feel it's so important to bring that type of integration into what we're teaching our teachers to do with the kids in the class. So research is important, and being a scientist is important, but it's just as important to learn how to test water quality and to, be part of group sales. So all these different departments that Jennifer's been able to bounce around to, I think has opened up her mind as well as my mind to how big our institution is and how invaluable everyone is to the institution.